Hi everyone, I'm Cilla.
And I'm Shannon.
And we're normal suburban moms. Welcome to our new channel.
So we just wanted to do a quick intro video to explain why we started this channel and what inspired us and
what we're about
and the kind of content that we want to put out.
So quarantine's led to a lot of YouTube viewing for us.
A lot.
Something I don't typically do, which has been kind of fun, to be honest. I have found a lot of YouTubers that have led to this channel that have inspired us. Some for better, some for worse, but inspirational nonetheless.
Definitely.
For example, the first one I actually came across was Blaire White, whom I absolutely adore, for sure. From Blaire White, we actually found Jaclyn Glenn.
Love you also, Jaclyn.
And through Jaclyn Glenn, we found out about Girl Defined and Paul and Morgan. Not so much of a fan of theirs, I wouldn't say, but they inspired us nonetheless.
We also found Mr. Atheist.
Yes, we found Mr. Atheist also through Jaclyn Glenn. Actually, a lot of this inspiration came specifically from Jaclyn Glenn, so
yeah.
This is all your fault, Jaclyn. If you see this, thanks. But seriously, the thing is, specifically with channels like Girl Defined and Paul and Morgan, it was giving their point of view on what a family should be.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that Paul and Morgan are a couple that are clearly in love, that are making YouTube videos together, expressing their love and their faith, and I think that's great. I don't think all of their messages are so great, but I think that the fact they're doing it is great. But I also think there needs to be different perspectives out there, and that's part of where this channel came from. And there's other reasons we'll get into shortly, but that's a big part of it. In case you don't know or haven't figured it out, we're married. So we are also a couple that is very much in love, that wants to share our viewpoints from our family's perspective, and show that you can be a normal suburban family without things that are, I guess, considered traditional.
Yeah.
I always tell people we are the most traditional, non-traditional family ever.
It's so true.
And so that's one reason that we decided to do this, because we want a different couple's perspective. We're really not that different from Paul and Morgan, other than we have a different faith than them that really leads us to, I feel, be more open-minded. Second reason is more inspired by Jaclyn Glenn and Mr. Atheist, Jimmy Snow. I know he wants to go by his name now. And I absolutely love that they share, I don't really want to call it their faith, because it's lack of faith. It's their definition of what an atheist is, I guess, is the best way to put that. Because I'll admit, I misunderstood what it was and had the preconceived notion of the stereotypes that a lot of people have. And through watching their videos, I've learned that I was way off base. And so that led us to realize that we felt there was a gap in faith-based videos for pagans. There's a lot of misconceptions about pagans, just like there are atheists. And you can be a normal suburban family and still be pagan. It's not all the gothic, stereotypical stuff.
That's not us.
Not at all. And so we want to share our perspective. And to be clear, we will never, ever, ever tell anybody that our faith is the way to live. Faith is a very personal choice, and it should be. So we're just here to share our viewpoints and give you a different viewpoint on what our faith means to us. And I guess the third reason that I really wanted to do this channel And I think what inspired us in the first place was education. On top of being suburban moms and pagans, we're also educators. Both of us are teachers. And the first thing that really struck me as I need to get out there and make a video is when I saw Blaire White do a video on a channel called Queer Kid Stuff. The lack of developmentally appropriate education.
The lack of an educational viewpoint on that show was really astounding to us, and how it's really not appropriate for the target audience that it's going for.
It's not at all. And as educators, that really kind of set off alarm bells for us and kind of led us down this path of we need to get out there and bring education to this conversation. I love that YouTubers like Blaire White called this stuff out, but the thing that was lacking wasn't just what was wrong with it, it was what was wrong with it from a developmental standpoint and the right way to go about it.
Yeah.
And we have the education to explain it and back it up with actual facts and early childhood development theories and such. So I feel like that's important. So as far as what you can expect from this channel, really it's anything we're passionate about.
Mm-hmm. We might use this just as a vlog. We might cover LGBT topics, pagan issues, just pagan education about what it is and what we do and what we believe. From anything from being a mom and a wife to, balancing work and life and raising a teenage daughter. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about, a lot that goes on in our lives. Like she said, we're both educators. I'm also a grad student, so there's a lot going on.
So as far as the next few videos, you'll see everything from our views on the LGBT community, the story of how I found out I had cancer and went into remission, so many things that, are stories that I feel like can maybe resonate and help people.
And even to how we met and all the different things that we've been through with each other before we even fell in love.
Mm-hmm. And so I know that this is a rather short video and a broad overview, but you'll get to know us better throughout the course of this channel, and hopefully in the process learn something, or maybe something will help you, or it'll just bring a different insight.
And feel free to leave questions, topics, anything down in the comments.
And if you like us, feel free to subscribe and share. I'm a big believer that you don't do YouTube for views, you do it to get a message out, a message you can be proud of whether people watch or not. But obviously, the more views you have, the better your message gets out. So,
and we are teachers, so we believe that sharing is caring.
So, thanks for watching our first video, and stay tuned, there's much more to come.